think we all know that the good things that happen come because of the leadership at the top. And when Craig Arnold went to work for Eaton, he started in the fluid power division. And within the first couple of months, he stopped by and visited us. And over time, we got to understand that Craig likes people on his team who are passionate, accountable, learning all the time, and get results. Also, Craig's into relationships and he cares about people. An example of actions instead of words is that Donna and I were at an EDM, Eaton Distributor meeting, big event, a couple of years ago. We were having breakfast. Craig's going down the hallway, obviously on a mission, looks through the glass and sees us. You know, he could have waved or done anything. No, he stops, turns around, comes in the restaurant, chit-chats for a few minutes and goes on. So in Craig Arnold, Eaton has a leader that wants results, cares about people and relationships. So we appreciate you being here today, and Craig would like to say a couple words. Thank you.
It's not easy to follow all of that, but it's a real pleasure to be here today. And you know, when I got the email from Jim, I was sitting in my office, and Jim said, "Hey, we're going to have a 70-year celebration, and you know, would you be willing to come down and say a few words?" And it didn't take me more than a half a minute to say, "Absolutely, I'll be there." And in our relationship with Hydraulic Supply is an interesting one, and it is, in fact, what I'd call, in many ways, the prototype. In fact, I remember the first time that I came down some 17 years ago, and I had just started with Eaton, having spent a fair amount of time at another company, and we were having a discussion with our leadership team at the time in hydraulics, and they said, "Hey, we want you to meet one of our distributors, and we want you to meet what we think is our best distributor in the type of company that defines the relationships and the type of relationships that we'd like all of them to look like." And that company was, 17 years ago, it was Hydraulic Supply. And I can tell you today, 17 years later, it's still Hydraulic Supply. But the company that they described, they said, "Hey, what you're going to find is a company that, number one, is willing to make a commitment, to stand behind a commitment, a company that's loyal, but perhaps most importantly, it's a company that shares our values." And there's been a lot said today about values, about relationships. And at the end of the day, it really is about people and relationships and the values and what we do together. And I can tell you, Jim, from the day that I met Jim and met Donna, you know, we knew that Hydraulic Supply and their leadership were and are the type of people that we want to build an enduring relationship with. And so I want to take this opportunity to thank Jim and Hydraulic Supply for all that you've done on behalf of our company and what you've meant to our company and what you've done to make Eaton a better company and a better supplier. So please, I'd like to applaud Jim for his leadership. More importantly, I'd like to applaud Donna for making him the person that he is. But I'd also like to share with you a little bit about the company that you decided to partner with. And John, I mean, I agree with you that there are many large companies who don't understand the importance of values and don't understand the importance of relationships, who only care about profit. Eaton is not one of those companies. Long before I got here, our founder, Joseph Oriel Eaton, our company was founded in 1911. So we're more than 105 years old. But Eaton has always been a values-based company. And one of the reasons why I made a decision to come to Eaton more than 17 years ago and to leave a very large company is because Eaton is a company that cares about people. And Hydraulic Supply is a company that cares about people, because we recognize that at the end of the day, the way we become successful, the only way that we can become successful is through the individuals and the people who touch and run our company every day, and that is Eaton. I became chairman and CEO a little more than a year ago, and I want to thank Hydraulic Supply for the role that you played in helping me get there, because without your help and support, no doubt I wouldn't be standing here today. But one of the things that we did when I became chairman and CEO, the first thing that we did is we took that opportunity to step back and think about our company and to think about our legacy and where we've been, but most importantly, where we want to go. And in that context, we changed the vision of the company. And the new vision for Eaton is to be a company that improves the quality of life in the environment through the work that we do through power management technologies and services. So very much in our vision, we talk about who we want to be and what we want to do in the context of making the world, making society a better place. And that's what really resonated with me more than anything about Hydraulic Supply and about your leader. It really is about much more than growing revenue, making a profit. It's about what we can do individually and collectively to make the world a better place, to make a difference, to leave behind something greater than we started with. And so in the context of a new vision, we also said we want to set a set of expectations for an Eaton leader. And these are really important 6 attributes that we said, this is what an Eaton leader looks like. And as you think about how you interface with everyone from Eaton, I want you to hold our team to this standard. First and foremost, an Eaton leader has to be ethical, to do what's right, to do the right thing. Secondly, they have to be passionate, to care deeply about what we do and about making a difference. They need to be accountable. An Eaton leader, what I expect from every Eaton leader is that they say what they will do and they do what they say. We expect them to be transparent, to tell you the whole story, to tell you everything that you need to know, not just answer the question asked. We expect them to be efficient, and we expect them to continue to learn. That's what we expect. Those are the type of people that we hire, we recruit, and promote. And like Hydraulic Supply, yes, we have a set of financial goals, and we've made commitments to the people who own our company. We are a $35 billion market cap company, and we have a lot of shareholders, and they, like your owner, expect a return on their investment, and that's important. But more important than delivering for our shareholders, we said as an organization, we have to stand for something more than making numbers. And I know for our 95,000 employees, very much like many of you in the room, yeah, it's important to grow the company and make a profit, but the reason you come here every day, the reason you stay, are for a whole host of reasons, many of which are not financial in nature. So we set 6 aspirational goals for our company. And we said, we want to first and foremost be the type of company that is the preferred choice of all of our customers and channel partners. So we want Hydraulic Supply to pick Eaton first because we earn it and because we deliver for you. And that is the standard. Secondly, we want to make our company the kind of place where our employees are engaged, excited. One of the things that I shared with the organization, I said, my own vision, my legacy, what I'd like to leave behind is I want Eaton to be the kind of company where every employee comes to work and every day does things that they love to do. And every day they find an opportunity to do more of what they love and less of what they don't. We want our employees to be healthy, but not only that, we want our employees to be well. So we care about their wellness. We want to be the kind of company that is a model in our industry, a model of inclusion and diversity. And it's an important topic, and I can tell you in the evolution in the history of the U.S., it's never been a more important topic. But our aspiration is to be a model. We want our company to also be the kind of company that improves the environment. And so much of what we do, so much of what you do, really does in many ways touch the environment. And lastly, very much like Hydraulic Supply, we're a company that has every intention of building our communities and making our communities stronger. So we have 6 aspirational goals, 6 things that we hold ourselves accountable for and to, that we're going to do as a company in addition to obviously delivering on behalf of our shareholders. But like you, we also recognize that we must grow, that a winning company is also a growing company. And so we've set a strategy around growth. And one of the big changes and big pivots for us is a pivot to organic growth. And we're making investments. I can tell you today that we are making more investments in hydraulics on a percentage of sales than we are in any of our other businesses. Investments in new products and new technologies, investments in our channel, in trying to become easier to do business with. But as John shared with me today in an earlier meeting, we have some work to do. And so I appreciate the candid feedback. We'll take that back to the team. But also investments in your ability to deliver competitive products, quality products, and to deliver on time. We're making big investments in our infrastructure and our hydraulics business because we know that our customers, our collective customers, expect a lot of us, and they expect competitive products at high quality, and you expect them to be delivered on time. So we've set very specific goals that we intend to deliver, that I intend to make sure that our hydraulics leadership team, and I can tell you today, very much like Jim said, our hydraulics leadership team, they are jazzed, they are enthused, they are pumped and ready to go, and it's a pleasure to have business reviews with our team today because they are leaning forward. They are thinking about new and different ways of growing our businesses and building our partnerships. And so I have all the confidence in the world in Kirk Hutchins, and Lori, and Andrew, and all the other teams that support you in your endeavors to grow the company. So as I look forward, I can tell you I've never been more optimistic about the future of our hydraulics business, about the future of our relationship with HSC. I think that the vision that Jim and John has set for the organization is absolutely perfect for what we could expect and imagine in our relationship. And John, I'm going to say yes. You know, John was pushing me earlier around, you know, can we get you to say yes to something before you leave, right? You know, yes to something. So here's what I'm going to say yes to, John. I'm going to say yes to the next 70 years. I'm going to say yes to standing behind this company and this leadership team and each of you individually to do everything that I can in my power to ensure that you are successful and that the next 70 years of hydraulic supply are even better than the last 70 years. So Jim, once again, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your friendship and for everything that you've done. And congratulations again on 70 wonderful years, and we're looking forward to our future together. Thank you.